Hi guys, Maikeru here. This is my video on Runescape tips and tricks. This is number 9. If you haven't seen my other tips and tricks videos, there'll be a playlist link in the description. There is lots and lots of other useful tips in previous episodes if you want to check out those. So now on to the new tips in this one. Starting out, there was a summoning quality of life change, which allows you to do a lot of awesome things with summoning familiars in your summoning tab now. So you know how you used to have to click your scrolls and then right click a pile of loads of different goddamn familiars in War's Retreat or whatever, find your one, add the scrolls. Now you can literally just click the scroll icon on your familiar interface and it will add the scrolls to your familiar. You can also right click that icon to take the scrolls away or add a certain amount of scrolls if you don't want to add them all, etc. In addition to that, there's a set auto fire rate button for your special attacks on your familiars. You want to set that to 1, and that works for non-combat familiars as well now, so you can have your familiars always casting their specials. And in addition to that, you can click and drag a lot of different icons from this interface onto your bar to have a keybind for it. For example, you can put call familiar onto your bar if you want to call them so they're always next to you or whatever, or you can drag familiar special attack on your bar so you can have their spec on your bar, etc. Really handy, really nice quality of life update. Next up is one that's a really good quality of life thing for Anachronia base camp. If you talk to the manager at the base camp, you can set your guys to gather whatever resource, right? A lot of people would always just spam click the plus button, and if you had to go to like 30 people with one resource, it'd be really annoying spam clicking. You can actually right click any of the faces on any of these resources, and then you can go and set any custom value you want. So you can right click, assign your workers, and type in 20 and it assigns 20. That way you don't have to spam click. It's actually really cool. The most recent quality of life in this video is this one. If you go to your settings and you head over to your item drop settings, under item stack information, you can actually change whether it shows grand exchange values or high alch values for those items now. This is actually really cool for Iron Men in particular because there's a lot of drops on an Iron Man that will say it's worth loads of money when it's like kind of worthless to your account. Especially when you're killing something that you're just doing for money or something on an Iron Man, it can then have your loot beams trigger really nicely with alkaballs and stuff like that. Really nice quality of life addition right here. I definitely like this one a lot. And you can also toggle on show items in the stack, so it shows you all of the items in the stack every time they drop as well, which is also pretty neat. The next tip has saved me on my hardcore Iron Man quite a lot when it comes to player-owned farms. You can favorite animals. If you click the little star, you can toggle your favorite on your animal, so if you go to remove it, it gives you a message saying that you're about to remove a favorited animal. Also, if you do somehow remove the animal and you go to sell more than one, it will always keep your favorited stuff. So I sold 2 and it sold one of them and kept my favorited one. This favorited one is one of my breeding chinchompers, so I don't ever want to get rid of it because it has Viral and whatever, so I keep that one at all times. So it is my favorite. You can also just right click it in your inventory and favorite it there if you wanted to as well. Another tip that is actually really nice is that you can rejoin your previous instance without opening up any interfaces or anything. A lot of people, including myself, once you've killed a boss, you'll teleport back towards retreat, refresh your prayer, refresh your inventory, whatever. Go get your adrenaline crystal. If you're meleeing, you can dragon battle axe, all of that stuff, right? So you're preparing for the fight again. Going back to the bank and refreshing your adren pots and stuff can be so beneficial in making it quicker, and it's actually quicker to bank every kill sometimes than stay in the instance. So when going back to the instance, you can right-click any of the instance portals or entrances and rejoin last instance. This way you don't get any of the pop-ups or anything. You don't have to worry about any interfaces. You're instantly back in. You can instantly attack the boss again and deal loads of damage and kill it and whatever you want to do. So it just really minimizes a lot of the extra effort whenever you're banking every kill. They also added the ability to teleport out of any instance now except for Telos and the Arc Glacier on hard mode because of how their streaking system works. So now you don't have to worry about lobbying at somewhere like Virago or Solak or AOD if your team wipes or whatnot. You can just teleport away. Same applies with places like Araxor where I am now. I can just teleport out here anytime without worrying about having to like run up and lobby and whatever if something bad happens. Really awesome. Another small one that can save a decent amount of bank space is scrimshaws now stack up to 24 hours. As you can see in my bank, I have a decent amount of different scrimshaws, and I had like a half-used vampirism one alongside 5 unused ones. So to save a bit of bank space, I could then go and combine the 5 unused ones with the partly used one into one that has 15 hours. So now I just have a 15-hour scrimshaw sitting there that can always be loaded into a preset and just last me a very, very long time on whatever activity I'm doing. Really nice. This one's kind of a tip, but more something that's just like insanely useful, and that's having a banking preset to prepare for PVM or restock for PVM kind of thing. So between PVM hours or before I start PVM, I open up this preset and I get ready however I need to. Whether that be summoning my Ripper Demon and adding the scrolls to it, activating my incense sticks, making sure I have enough ammo in my quiver, enough runes in my rune pouches, pages in my god books, Ring of Death charges, the right relics with the archaeology cape, the right spellbook with the magic cape, whatever it is, it's in this preset. So I have this preset made so I can prepare for PVM in whatever way I see fit. This is my personal preset. Some people will have certain different items in there, but this works for me, and it really does help. Topping up anything PVM related is so easy with a preset like this. So a lot of people make the Sentinel outfit with Invention to help just with woodcutting or big game hunter or whatever, but every day you can spawn an evil tree for some really big experience, and it's actually 100% worth doing that, especially if you're a player that likes to do like daily divine use and stuff. Do your evil tree as well. I was surprised with the amount of people that didn't know that you can do a daily evil tree. One tip related to presets that I'd like to give, instead of going into your preset settings, opening all of this up and overriding whatever preset you want, there's a very easy way to do this. All you gotta do is right click any of the numbers of the presets and you can save them right here. So a lot of times I have my main preset dedicated to number 2. So I'll just press number 2, it'll load the preset, right? So I know it's gonna be on number 2. If I wanted to switch blue blubbers for sailfish or something in my preset, I could do that and just right click number 2, save it, press number 2 and boom. There we go, our preset's done, it's changed, it's fixed. I didn't have to go into like loads of different interfaces and click the specific preset and save it. I did it with one nice simple right click. Something that not a lot of people realize and that I didn't realize until recently is that your invention materials are actually in alphabetical order. So the first one here is base parts, then we have blade parts, and then we go through to clear parts, and right at the end it will be tensile parts, which is, you know, the last one in the alphabetical order here. And the rare starts with Armadillo for A and then ends with Zaros. So if you're looking for any material in particular, you can just go by alphabetical to find it easier. The last tip I'm going to give is one about favoriting friends chat. So if you go to your friends chat window, there's this little star here that means you can favorite your chat. So if I was to join my own friends chat and I press the little favorite button, I can then save it as slot 1. Then if I leave my friends chat and I enter Whirlpool D&D, because that is the one for the traveling merchant, right? Inside Whirlpool D&D, I can save that, add that to slot 2. So then, if I want to join a friend chat, I don't have to type it every time. I can just click that little star. I've now got mine as number 1, Whirlpool D&D as number 2. You can add any other friend chats that you use regularly in the other slots, and you can click them, and you can instantly go to them without having to type it all in, and you're in there. Really nice. Solid. One last thing I want to show that isn't a tip or a trick, but is an Easter egg and it's sick. In Edgeville, if you go to this specific rock, you can use raw food on it and actually cook. And it's an Easter egg linking into Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, the wrestler. When the interface pops up, it says, "Can you smell what The Rock is cooking?" in reference to him and stuff. You can actually cook food on this rock. And I don't know, it's just really cool. Really neat little Easter egg. It makes me happy. And I thought I'd end this video with that one. Hopefully you did enjoy the video. Give it a like if you did enjoy. Subscribe if you're new for loads of future content all related to RuneScape 3. And until next time, see ya.